Alright, so welcome back for this battle report. We're back on Mars. Get your ass to Mars. We've got 800 points of Shadow Collective, and we've got 799 of the clones. Go through the list real quick, and we'll show what we got. So, commanding our Shadow Collective is Gar Saxon. He's got a unit of Black Sun with him. He's got Mandos. He's got more Mandos, and they all have the jetpacks. He's got Pikes that are naked. Maul, who's running Seize Initiative, Force Choke, and Saber Throw. Then we've got over there. Then we've got the Mandalorians with Recon Intelligence, Jetpack Rockets, and more Mandalorians with an extra Super Commando in there and Jetpack Rockets, even though I don't have a card for it. And that is your 800 points of Shadow Collective. And we've got Captain Rex going again, one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, and he is running JT-12 jetpacks. He's got endurance and recon intelligence, and also he's got commanding presence. He's bringing along a tank. He's got the TX-130 Saber tank. It's got cannon turret, and it's got Ayla Secura, who is going to be running the thing. Over here we've got our first unit of clone troopers. They've got the DC-15 with them. Next unit of clones, they also have a DC-15. Next unit of Phase 1 clones, DC-15 and also Recon Intelligence. More Phase 1 clones, DC-15 and Recon Intelligence. Another group of Phase 1 clones, DC-15 and Recon Intelligence. And finally our last Squad 6 of Phase 1 clones running DC-15 and Recon Intelligence for 799 points of clones. So we are back on our Martian battlefield here. I actually made these a few days ago. It was my first attempt at making terrain on my own. They didn't turn out too bad, I guess. And the colors match the mat a lot better than the other ones I had. I had those dark plateau rocks, but the colors didn't really match the mat at all. So I'm happy with the way these turned out. They're all basically going to be cover 2 for the rocks, obviously. The spaceships are cover 2. The barricades cover 2. Those up there, those little spots here, this terrain over here, this mining stuff here, obviously cover 2, cover 2, cover 2. We've also got tonight's match. We have intercept transmissions. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 set up over here. Clear conditions, and we've also got disarray. So let's go ahead and get these guys deployed, and I'll show you the deployment. So deployment's finished. Over in this corner, we've got 2 squads of clones. In that far corner over there, you see Rex over there with the tank, and also the rest of the clones. Over here, we've got Maul operating with the Pikes and the Black Suns, and some Mandalorians stuck over there. And over here, Gar Saxon is trying to sneakily come around this rock here, on most of his Mandalorians, to try to get in that side arc of that tank. And we are all set up, and don't forget, rounds 2 through 4, these are all worth 1 victory point if you have more units, unit leaders in range 1. And of course, round 5, there's nothing to score, but in round 6, you get 2 points for the same criteria. And there we are all set up for deployment. We'll see how it goes. Rex is on a redemption arc. Last game, Shadow Collective absolutely cleaned his clock, but that's why Rex is bringing the big guns over the tank. We'll see what happens. Alright, start turn 1. Here we go. Clones going with the ambush, and Shadow Collective going with standing orders, I guess, to kind of see what the clones might do and react to it. So, command phase. The Shadow Collective gives it to Maul, and the clones, Captain Rex, gives it to the tank. And we'll see how it works out. So, clones are up first. Tank will be activated. So they've got a shot at those Mandalorians right over there. They got cover 2, but there'll be a move action to get ourselves in the arc, and we're going to unleash it on them. Alright, so the move is done, and they've got line of sight, cover 2 for the Mandalorians over there, but they're going to unleash it. Here we go, Arsenal 2. Alright, back to the dice box. Let's see what we got. We got a hit. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and a crit. No surges, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the heavy cover will block out 2 of these, and leaving just 3 hits. So Mandalorians block all 3. Wow, that's pretty good for them. It does kind of suck because the tank does that beam attack, but there's units within range 1, but it doesn't have line of sight to them, so Let me measure the range 1 for these guys over here. Yeah, that's that. These guys are definitely not in range 1 of those guys. The beam's not going to take effect, and no hits, just a little bit of suppression. That's it. So Maul Mania is going to activate for the Shadow Collective. He's going to do a move, maybe 2 moves, and see if we can get some better cover here away from those guys and close that objective. So the Maul Man does double move and gives himself a dodge token right there. He's just at a range of a saber throw for those guys. So that's his activation. Alright, clones, back to the stack. Let's see what you get. You guys got a trooper unit. Surprise, surprise. I think they're going to go ahead and... yeah, I'll activate this group right here. So, clone squad number 6 is going to go ahead and give himself an aim token and take a shot at the Maul. Might as well, right? There's the attack roll. So, Maul will spend his dodge token, which will cancel out one of these regular hits, leaving 1, 2, 3, 4. He rolls his 4 dice here. Let's see what he gets. He's looking for surges because... oh, he gets no surges on this one. Shoot. But he does get 2 blocks, so he'll block, I guess, 2 more of these. But no surges, so looks like 2 wounds will go through on the Maul. So yeah, if Maul had rolled any surges, it would definitely hurt these guys. But they did their job, man. That was nice. That was a nice move here for the squad 6 clones. Alright, back to the Shadow Collective stack. Let's see what we get. We got, Commander. It's going to be Gar Saxon's going to be going. Let's see what he does. So Gar Saxon jumps up here. Give mine a little bit of cover here. He's going to launch his jetpack rockets at the tank. He didn't roll that bad. 2 hits and a surge. And the surge, he does surge to crit on his own for his combat card. This is going to be a crit right here. And of course, his jetpack rockets have impact 2, so 2 of these will become crits for a total of 3 crits on the tank. Tank, yeah, not so great. It doesn't surge or anything, unfortunately, but it did block 1, so it'll take 2 wounds. Apologies, I forgot. Gar Saxon does have Pierce 1, so this one gets canceled. So actually another wound will go on the tank. Alright, clones, back to the stack. Let's see. And I did put an extra wound on that tank, just so you guys know. So we got trooper units. So let's see what we want to do here. Well, I'll probably hold off on you guys for a little while. Let's get somebody moving over here. Let's have these guys. How about Squad 3 activates? So Clone Squad 3 is going to move up a little bit, get behind that tank, and get themselves a standby to see kind of what develops out here. Shadow Collective, back to the stack. We've got, Mandos. So we'll activate Squad 1 here for the Mandalorians here, Shadow Collective, and just double move action, I think, to get up to here and sort of choke off this corridor from the clones over there. So Squad 1, double move action, putting them right up there in that little choke point there. Back to the clones, stack time. We got, Captain Rex is going to be going. Let's go see what he does. So Rex plays a conservative, gives a move action, get behind the tank, and gives up a dodge token. Shadow Collective time, getting another Mandalorian. We'll give it to Squad 3 here. Mandalorians. They're going to use their jetpack rockets and take a shot at that tank right over there. Could go for Rex, but the jetpack rockets are just better suited for armor, so attacking armor, I should say. We'll do that. So they rally first. Once suppression comes off, let's get rid of this, and commence the attack on the tank. So dice roll that surges to crit for critical 1, and then of course impact 1. This hit gets changed to a crit, so 2 crits go through. Wow, the tank really came through. 2 blocks on that, so nothing goes through on that one. And for the second thing, they're just going to go ahead and give themselves a dodge. Back to the clones. So we get, troop units, surprise, surprise. Yeah, we'll give it a Squad 2 over here on this side of things, and move action and get them up here and see what we can do. So Squad 2 does double move action to huddle down behind this little barricade here, and that's it. Shadow Collective time. Trooper unit, one of those two over there. So we'll give it to the Black Sun here. They get a free aim token. So we'll start moving them, I guess, and they only have a range 2 weapon, so even if they move, they're not in range of anything, so just double move action for these guys. So double move action puts them right up here, right behind Maul. Clone time. Trooper. Let's see who's going to get it. Yeah, we'll give it to Squad 1 right here. We'll do a double move action and get behind Squad 2. So there they finish their move action. I'm trying to keep the clones close to each other, within range 1 of each other, to hopefully use some of their stuff later on the game. Back to Shadow Collective. Going to be more Mandalorians. We'll give it to these guys right here. And they do get independent aim. Yeah, they get the aim token for free on this. So, yeah. Well, jetpack rockets on the tank. Let's go do it. So with the reroll, this is what they rolled. So they've got, according to the commando card here, this is going to be a surge to crit. Impact 1 makes this hit a crit. So this hit just gets blocked by the armor of the tank. So this is 3 crits. So 1 wound on the tank. So second action, just move themselves over here. And that's their activation. Clones. Who hasn't activated yet? Let's see. We'll go over here. I guess we'll do Squad 5. Yeah, so Squad 5 just did one single move, get behind the barricade, give himself a dodge. Shadow Collective. Going to be the Pikes over there. So Pikes are up. They get a free dodge token. They can do a double move action up here and move up the field. And that's it for the Pikes. Gee, I wonder what this is. Oh, it's Troopers. Here we go. Squad 4, you're going to activate. Double move action puts them right behind the tank. Shadow Collective, this should be Mandalorians. It is. So Squad 2 Mandalorians will activate. You get their free aim token there. And just because I don't always show the free aim token doesn't mean I forgot. It just means I don't always show it on camera. But I just want to make a note of it. These guys are getting their independent aim when they activate. First action, they move. And the second action will be jetpack rockets on, you guessed it, the poor tank. You know what? On second thought, they've got some options here. They can definitely have range to the tank. They also have range to the clones. And they've also got range to Rex. Ooh, and they got cover back there, so they probably should go ahead and hit the Rex of the clones. So the dice roll went well for them. With their modifications and reroll, that's the end result there. 3 crits and a hit. Blast does ignore cover, so they don't get anything for that. They blocked... oops, sorry, one more dice I need. So, Surge... That will be 2 wounds on the clones over there. So Squad 3 takes their first casualties. Bye-bye. Activation is over for those guys. So end of round 1, first blood drawn. Tank took 4 wounds this turn. The clones over there behind the tank took 2 troopers died from those jetpacks. The Mandalorians have exhausted all the jetpacks they had except for one of the squads still has them. Gar Saxon he won't be able to use his next turn. But that's where we are right now. So first blood drawn, clones trying to hang in there. So round 2, take that clankers for the clones and witch magic for Shadow Collective. So clones will get the first activation. So command phase. Obviously Maul got the order. We removed 2 of the wound tokens, leaving them with 1. Over here, and we gave orders to Clone Squad 4 and Clone Squad 5 over there. We're going to try to coordinate and see if they can get some heavy fire on Saxon maybe, or that group over there. So if they get an aim token this round, basically it increases their range by 1. So in this case, it gave it from 3 to 4. And and that does put some of those guys over there in range. Oh man, so I won't be able to use fire support to go after those Mandos over there in that corner, because if I activate these guys, I give them an aim that increases their range to 4 as per the card, and they can make the attack over there. They can do it, but if they do fire support, they won't have an aim token. So they will not be, and they don't have the range to get there. They have range 3. Well, that's range 4. Without the aim token, they don't get the range 4, so they won't be able to use fire support this turn. So let me rethink this for a second. After thinking it over, I'm still going to activate Squad 4. I mean, they can't do the fire support, but we at least can give these guys an aim token, making them to range 4. We'll take a shot at those guys over there. They could get the Gar Saxon too, but he has Surge to shield, so we'll go for the Mandalorians instead over there. Not bad. With the reroll with the aim, they got Surge to crit because of DC 15, so that's going to be a crit, 3 hits. So the heavy cover will knock out 2 of these. So they'll be defending with 3 red dice. And the Mandalorians blocked all 3. Wow. And that's going to be it. Small constellation prize, they will pick up suppression, but that's it. Yeah, no wounds go through. That's the end of the activation. So Shadow Collective is not going to go to the stack. They're going to nominate Maul, and he's going to get up close and personal to these squad number 6 there and do some damage. The double move does not get Maul into base contact with the clones there, but it's close enough for him to go ahead and do a saber throw, and he can also do a force choke. So before Maul attacks, he force chokes one of these guys. He force chokes this guy, so he's dead. And now he will saber throw. So I am going to give this squad 6 of clones heavy cover for this, because 3 of them are sort of behind all this. He's out in the open, but 3 are behind, and this is cover 2. So saber throw time. So Maul did score 2 hits. He does have Pierce, but it doesn't matter because the heavy cover will negate these 2, and they'll pick up a suppression. That's about it. So clones back to the stack. We've got Trooper unit. Let's go see who we're going to give it to. So Squad 2 is going to get the order here, and they're going to take a shot at these Mandos who are out in the open. And they will give themselves an aim for that too as well. With the reroll, they got 2 hits and a crit. And let's see what the Mandalorians do here. So Super Mandalorians had a block, and they also rolled a Surge. And they have 2 Surge tokens on their cache. They'll spend one of them now to block one of these, so I guess 1 wound will go through. So Clone Squad 2 activation is now over. So Shadow Collective time. Let's see what we got here. Super Mandalorians. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Squad 3. They're going to do a double move action and get up towards that objective up there. So double move action puts them right there, and within range 1, they'll be scoring that unless they're moved out of there at the end of the round. So clones going next. I got to get off the schneid and get moving here. Let's see what we got. Rexipoo. Let's see. All right, let's go see what he does. Well, the problem is Rex only has a range 2 weapon. I mean, even if he moves, he's not in range of anything. So, oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'll probably double move action, put him behind that X-Wing up there. So Rex ends up over there with double move action, and man, it's just 2 rounds. He can't utilize Gunslinger yet. It feels like it's kind of a waste, but look, it is what it is. So back to our black hats over here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Gar Saxon's also going to be activating. Let's go see what he does. You know what? I think what Gar Saxon will do is he'll do a ready action. So he'll put this back to here, and he'll use it, his jetpack rockets in that tank again. That's a pretty good roll for him. So this will surge to crit because of he has Surge to Crit, and then he has Impact 2, meaning these 2 will also change to critical results. So 3 crits on the tank. So tank comes through with 3 blocks, so that was pretty cool. So Gar is not too happy about that. That will end his activation. So back to the clone stack. Probably best for them to get that tank come up. We'll see if they get it. Did not get it. Got a trooper unit instead. So clones activate squad 1. They'll give themselves an aim token. And let's see if they can hit these guys. Rewards, they cannot hit them. They don't have the range. And they didn't have a face-up order token to utilize the clankers. So, yeah, that's right. They didn't have a face-up order token when we started the activation. So getting an aim token does not increase their range. So range 3, these guys are out of range, unfortunately. They could move, I guess, and then take a shot at them. But that would also put them in harm's way of these guys over here. Oh boy, this is a tough one. So I think they're going to go ahead and just move up a little bit and try to take a shot over there. So clones do a move action, putting them right there, and now they have range 3 of those Mandalorians right over there. So not too bad. They got 3 hits and a crit. Now they got a suppression token giving them cover 1, so we're going to remove one of these. Still gives them 2 hits and a crit to block. Not so good for the Mandalorians. They do have surge to block. They'll block 1, and that's it. So it's going to be 2 wounds on the Mandalorians. So that's whittling them down pretty good. Nice job, squad number 1. Shadow Collective, stack. Super Mandalorians. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Mandalorian squad number 9, what's left of it, the 1 unit. We're going to get him in his better cover here. He's just sitting duck out there. So rally step, he does remove one of the suppressions, so let's get rid of this one. Now he's no longer suppressed. Yeah, he gets 2 actions. So quick move action there, I'm gonna give him a dodge token. I mean, he does get a free aim token too, but what's the point? He's already activated. But just for the record, I'll put it out there, even though he didn't attack. There we go. The clones would definitely want to see the tank come up, I think. So let's see if they get it. They did! Woohoo! Here comes the big one. Oh man, I just realized. So, the tank is about to have a big turn here. They're going to unleash it on Gar Saxon, and because they have this beam too, they're going to be able to also use this on these guys after they attack Gar Saxon. But in order to do that, the tank's going to spend at least 1 action to pivot, because these guys, I just realized, are not quite in the front arc of the tank. So the tank will pivot just to put both of these units in its front arc. I know it's going to expose their size to the Mandalorians over there, but I think this is worth it. Not bad. Tank does get surge to crit on this first attack. Now we can do the beam attack here also. But so far, that's what it's got. Now for the beam, for the for the TX-130 beam cannon turret. That's going to be 2 red dice. And Gar Saxon, oh, 2 more hits, oh boy. Alright, so Gar does have cover 2 there, so he's going to take away 2 of these, leaving the crit, okay, so 5, alright. So Gar Saxon does have surge to block, so it's going to block 3 of them, so 2 wounds on Gar Saxon. Okay, so say hello my little friend, because we're going to do the beam attack on these guys. It's going to be the 2 red dice. Yeah, the beam attack whiffed, so nothing more to do there. And that will definitely end its activation. Okay, Shadow Collective, back to the stack. Mandalorians. I will give it to Squad 2 here for the Mandalorians, and I'm not sure if I'm liking where they are. I think they should probably move over this way. So they get a free aim token for independent aim, but I don't think they're going to be using it this time. I'll put it out there just for the heck of it. Let's go ahead and activate these guys. So Super Mandalorians Squad 2 does a double move action, put them here, and they failed their rally, so that suppression stayed. That's our activation. Alright, so clones, you got, let's see, Trooper, who's going to get it? So So unfortunately for these guys, they did not rally because they rolled a blank. So they get 1 activation. You're suppressed. So can't give them a name token, so just have to do their best and take a shot at them. There's the roll. They got, wow, they did pretty well. They got 2 hits and 2 crits. Now, we are going to give Maul some cover for that, so that will negate the 2 hits, leaving just the 2 crits going through. So Maul gets to roll 2 defensive dice. And the Maul blocks both of them, but does pick up a suppression. And activation ends. Alright, Shadow Collective. More Mandalorians. Well, we've only got 1 more to activate. They're over here. And they get their independent aim, so we'll give them a name token. I would love to use the jetpack rockets. They're the last unit of Mandos that have them in the game. Everybody else has exhausted theirs to hit over here, but unfortunately that is the jetpack rockets are a range 4 weapon, and that is not range 4, so we'll see what they can do. Okay, so first things first, they do get independent aim, so we'll give them that off the bat. They're going to move up here, and then I just checked the range. If they get up here, they have range 4 to Rex over there for the jetpack rockets. So Super Mandos Squad 1 has moved. They're right up there, and they do have the range 4 for poor Rex. So it's time to use the last Mandos with the jetpack rockets. Here we go. Oh, and I just remembered the Gunslinger gives us lethal 1 if we decide to spend the aim token for it. Interesting. That's a pretty good roll. They're not going to spend the aim to reroll any of these dice because that surge goes to crit. So that's going to be 3 crits at a hit. And of course, we have lethal 1 from our Superman Gunslinger over there. Ooh. Yeah, they're going to spend the aim not for a reroll, but for Pierce 1 because of our Gunslinger. All right, here we go. Rex does block 2, so that's going to be 2 wounds on him and a suppression. Oh, almost forgot. We're spending that aim token, not for a reroll, but for lethal 1. So we're going to cancel out to get us Pierce. This one goes away, and that's actually going to be, this bullets will go to blank. Yeah, so it's going to be actually 3 wounds that go through. Egads. That is 3 wounds on the Rex, and I guess the only good news is that the Mandos now, all of the Mandos on the field have exhausted their jetpack rockets. So the clones have survived that massive barrage in rounds 1 and 2, and we'll see what happens. So back to the clones. Last trooper unit, I think it's going to be over here. These guys have not gone yet. They're going to go now. Let's see what they do. Well, options being kind of limited for these guys. They can't go out that way. There's just too much open space. They could take a shot over there, but they got to cover 2 behind that mining device. So I'm thinking they're going to do a move action to get base to base up here, then do a quick clamor, and then try to get as close to this as they can. But yeah, so movement to get here. They clambered up. Luckily, they rolled the white. They didn't lose anybody. So that's where they'll end their activation. Shadow Collective. Trooper unit. I'm sorry, core unit. I will nominate the Black Sons of Anarchy here and give them their free aim token for independent aim. They are range 2, so they're just out of range of those troopers up there, so they will have to move and then fire. They moved, and now it's time to take a shot at those clones up there on the hill. So Black Suns with their reroll, 2 hits and a crit. Surge is nothing for them right now. The heavy cover for those clones over there is definitely going to negate 2 of these, so they're just rolling 1 defensive dice. And clones whiffed, so that's going to be 1 wound on the clones. And that will do it for the Black Suns. They did pick off one of these clone troopers up there, so it ends their activation. So no stack for the clones. Our last face-up order token is Clone Squad 5. Let's see what they do. Just double move. They're going to move and try to get up here behind the X-Wing. So Squad 5 is just in cover for the X-Wing there. And activation ends. So last activation for the round. You got Core, alright. They get a free dodge token, but it really doesn't matter to the last unit to activate this round. So, but they do get a dodge token. Let's just put it out there, just for the record. Alright. What are they going to do? So the Pikes move, but they're still just out of range of those clones up there. So I'm thinking another move action. So the second move action puts them a little closer, and they will end their activation. So end of round 2, we can now score these objectives. So Shadow Collective is going to score a point for this one. They're going to score a point for that one. And they're going to score a point for that one. So it's 3 Shadow Collective, 0 for the clones. And how about that Gar Saxon up here just firing away at that tank, and Captain Rex being a little reckless out here, but the clones are trying to come up there and give him some support, so we'll see how this goes. Start of round 3. We're not programmed for the clones, and His Eminence for Shadow Empire. So, command phase. Shadow Collective gave one to Maul. He got a free dodge token per his card, and the other order went to these Supermandos over here. 4 clone trooper units were selected. We have squad 4 over here, squad 5 over there, we have squad over there, and we have squad 6 right here next to Maul, also getting 1. So Maul's going to get activated. He's going to go ahead and do a move action, go to base to base with these guys, and then start hammering away. Force Choke is unavailable to him unless he does a recover action. But, well, let's do the combat first. Okay, so Maul moved. He's in base-to-base contact with the leader now. And then that was his first action. Second action, he will recover to get Force Choke back. And then third action will be to go ahead and attack. So Force Choke is available to him now. It's a free action. So he's going to go ahead and do that now and just kill one of these guys right off the bat. And now to the dice box. So Maul's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. He also has Pierce 2. Not looking good for these clones right now. Whoa. Clones blocked everything. They don't have Surge to block, but so only 1 wound goes through on the clones. They actually survived this one. But he does have, unfortunately for them, Pierce 2. So 2 of these go bye-bye. And only 2 are blocked, which means 3 wounds will go through on those clones. And sadly for the clones, that's going to be enough to wipe out this whole unit. So clones back to the stack. They're definitely hoping for Rex here to get him out of harm's way. Let's see. Nope, sorry, no Rex, just another clone unit. So squad 2 will get the activation, and let's see what they do. So they're going to sell an aim token and take a shot up there. They will use fire support to add to the attack pool for them. So clones hit back hard with the fire support, with the spending the 1 aim token. This was the end result. So they do have critical 1 from DC 15, and he's in both of those units. So that's going to stack. So 2 of these surges turn to crit. So crit, crit, hit, 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 hit. This one comes off. It's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits and 2 crits on the Mandos. You've got to be kidding me. The Mando's blocked all but 1. Wow, that's huge. So 1 wound on the Mandalorians up there. Wow, that was brutal, man. The clones, I mean, they definitely scored the hits. It's just that the Mandos just blocked everything. So that's the end of their activation, and these guys too. So, Shadow Collective, Mandalorians. Give to squad 2. They probably should attack. They're on a hot streak now. They might as well go attack Rex. He's right over there. So, yeah. So Super Mandalorians fire. They pick up with the reroll. End result is 3 hits and a crit. Now Rex, thankfully, is in some cover over there, so he's going to go ahead and block 2 of these for heavy cover. So they're gone. And now he's rolling 2 dice. He does have 2 surge tokens to work with for defense. Hey, take that, Mandalorians. Rex actually rolls 2 blocks, so he is safe. Doesn't have to spend a surge token or anything. So that's that. So the other action they're going to do is just go ahead and use a dodge token. So clones will retaliate. Back to the stack. Ah, the tank, yes. Now I've got a tank. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so the tank checking the arc and line of sight. They do have it to the Mandalorians over there, and they do have cover 2. And this squad number 5 will also be letting fire support this attack. Also, they're all they got over there, trying to knock these guys off the board. So to resolve that order, the tank will give themselves an aim token first before we start the attack, just so it's on record. This might pay off for the clones. That's the roll after the reroll. These 2 surges do go to crits because of DC 15, and also the tank had a critical 1, and the DC 15 had critical 1, so it stacks. So it's going to be quite a bit here. So, wow. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 defensive dice for those Mandalorians. Now, they did a cover 2, so we'll take off the 2 hits here for the whites. They'll come off. So it's going to be still quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice. The Mandalorians did pretty well. Not as lucky as last time, but they do have surge to block. So let's see, blocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 got blocked. So that means that 4 will go through, and that will kill that unit. 4 wounds will go through. So that group is now dead. That attack also had another big benefit. In addition to wiping out that unit, this unit also had 2 surges in their cache that were never used. That's also another benefit for that attack. So wow, big for the clones. Unfortunately, the tank won't be able to trigger beam 2 because there's no other unit that was in range 1 of the group that we just wiped out here. So, but still, anytime you wipe out a whole unit one shot, I think it's worth it. Shadow Collective. Let's see what we're going to do here. Mandalorians. It's going to be Squad 1. So let's take care of their rally step and see what they do. So first action, they move and putting them right there. And they failed their rally step, which might not be a bad thing for them, being out in the open. They've got the range to Rex, and Rex will not be benefiting from cover, though he does have a suppression on him, and he does have 2 surge tokens to work with. Well, high risk, high reward. You know, on second thought, that dice pool is not very great with only 3 units in it, so I'm thinking maybe they should attack over here instead. That's what they'll do instead. These guys will get cover too because half the units are obscured by the cover, so yeah. Probably not worth it for cover 2. Alright, they'll move again, I think, instead, and just kind of move over here, getting better cover. So they'll finish a second move action, just put themselves right there. They do get independent aim. They get independent aim with this, but yeah, the cover's more important. So clones are running out of activations, but they do have one left in the stack. Let's see what they got. Rex. Yes. This is the OK corral right here. Rex is going to go, and he's got Gunslinger, and finally we've got some units in range to utilize this a little bit. So I think Rex is going to give himself an aim token, and he's going to be attacking definitely that Mando over there. I think he's got the range to. Let me double check that. So Rex does not have the range for that Mandalorian over there. He'll have to move first, which means he can't give himself an aim token. We don't want them scoring that objective over there, so I guess what he's going to do, he's going to go ahead and move, and then that's one of his attacks over there. All right, so move action for Rex, pulling a wide Earp out here, and he's going to be taking a shot at that guy and those guys over there. Oh, I almost forgot. He has Tactical 1. So when Rex moves, he gets a free aim token. Ho, ho, ho. So first attack will be on this Mando over here. He won't get cover because they're like in line of sight to each other, but this isn't blocking anything. So Rex rolled his dice. He got 2 hits and a blank, but he's going to save the aim token for the other attack he's going to make. And we'll do the defense for our lone Mando over there. He has surge to block, but it doesn't matter. So he is dead. And even if I had been generous and given this guy even like cover 1 just for that little tiny bit of cover he has, it wouldn't matter because Rex has sharpshooter anyways, so that's that. I mean, Rex could take a shot at Gar Saxon, but with cover 2 plus his surge he's so hard to kill. He's going after these guys down here. So Rex got 3 hits without spending the aim token. I don't think he's going to reroll any of these. So the Mandos will defend. The Mandos are going to spend that dodge token they have and get rid of one of these. So it's actually only 2 defense dice they'll be rolling. So the Mandos did block it. They get suppression. Well, Shadow Collective strikes back. Let's see what they're going to get here. They got Mandalorians. I think that's... Yeah, there's no more Mandalorians to activate. They've had it. They activated, and 2 of them have been wiped out. So yeah, this one will probably go over here. That's wiped out. And draw it again. Gar Saxon. This is a tough choice. I mean, he could do a recover action and get his jetpacks ready to go to fire at that tank again, or he could go ahead and use up an aim token, take that shot at Rex and try to kill him. I think he can't resist. It's like Curly Bell saying, "Oh, there he is." He's gonna have to go ahead and go take a shot at this guy. So Gar Saxon did pretty well with that. He's definitely not spending an aim token to re-roll this. So Rex is going to have to do some finagling here. Now, Gar does have a Sharpshooter 1, which would negate the cover he's getting from here. So Rex will be rolling 4 dice. So Rex does roll, but Gar has Pierce 1 on that, so it's going to remove 1 of these over there. So leaving just 2 blocks. That's 2 hits going through on Mr. Clone Captain Rex. That's enough to kill him. So Gar Saxon, in the 2nd game in a row, has killed Captain Rex. I thought Rex with those 2 surge tokens might be able to help him, and he didn't roll any surges, so that's how it goes. Stack. This should be a core. It is. Or put it on this group over here because they are going to. I think we're going to fire at Maul, and they're going to offer fire support on Maul. Yeah, I'm not sure how to handle cover on this one. I mean, obviously, Maul would get no cover from their attack, from their fire support, but they're attacking down here. I didn't say this was cover 2, but when they look at him, they can see almost his entire model. I mean, he's barely there. So, I mean, I want to be fair here. Maybe I'll just give Maul cover 1 from these guys, but no cover from them. So I'm not sure how that works exactly. All right, well, let's figure it out. Okay, so with the reroll, this is what they rolled. So these 2, the DC 15s in both units will convert those to crits. So we got crit, 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 hit, crit, hit, hit. Surge does nothing for them over here. This moves. We are going to give Maul cover 1 and be generous on this. I'll remove this one here. So Maul's going to be rolling, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defensive dice. And he does have deflect. So Maul will spend his dodge token to get deflect, which means these 2 here actually cause wounds on the attackers. So Maul is going to get... Okay, so Maul's going to spend, like I said before, he's going to spend his dodge token to get deflect. So this is 4 blocks plus 2 wounds on his attackers. And Maul will also be taking 2 wounds as well. So the deflect will take away, I guess, these 2 here. They'll go. And that's the end of it. So was that attack worth it? I mean, with the fire support and, of course, deflect killing off those 2 guys up there. I think so, yeah. They put 2 wounds on them all, and even with that deflect and losing these guys, these guys were going to die anyways. We still have to activate this and hits over here, so I think it was a good trade-off. So Shadow Collective here on out for the rest of the round. The clones are out of activations, so we're going with, yep, surprise, surprise, core over there. So Black Suns will activate. They get independent aim there. I guess they're going to try to move and... yeah, they'll move up this way, I think. Yeah. So first action, they'll get in base-to-base contact here, and then they'll clamber up here and hopefully not lose anybody. So lucky for them, they didn't lose anybody, and we'll put him up here and base-to-base on top, and put these guys in cohesion as best we can. That's right there, I guess, and then I'll probably stick them... I guess right over here. Okay. And that's their, as the end of their activation. So last activation of the round, the Pikes, they're already in range 1 of this. They get independent dodge. So I give them the dodge, even though they're really the last unit on the board. We'll put them, move them, I guess, in better range here. So the double move action will put them right there, so they'll be able to secure that one at the end of the cleanup phase, and that is it for them. So end of round 3, we're going to score it right now. It's going to be 1 for Shadow Collective, 2 for Shadow Collective, and nothing for the clones. Alright, so round 4, we got Assault for the clones, marked for elimination for the Shadow Collectives. They'll get their first dibs in activation, and that card is really nasty. So let's go look at the board here. So the clones gave their orders out. It was going to be to the tank and to both of these units over here. That's our new commander. So Gar Saxon, he picks up some 4 observation tokens on the new commander. I believe he also gets 2 aim tokens for that card. So Gar Saxon's 2 aim tokens. He nominated himself, obviously. So this is going to be probably decided right here. So Gar Saxon is about to lower the boom on our clones, which are now our commanders, and let's see what happens here. So Gar's primary weapon, his blaster pistol, is on range 2. Doesn't have the range to quite get there. He'll have to use his attack rockets, his jetpack rockets, and that was ready at the end of his last activation last turn. He didn't use it, so it's ready to go for this turn. He's going to use that. It's a range 2 to 3. He's got it. Let's roll it out. So jetpack rockets, first roll was 3 hits. Now blast does ignore cover for those, so I don't think he really has to spend the aim tokens because that's about as best he can do with it. So they'll roll their 3 defensive dice. So on the jetpack rockets, he doesn't have Pierce on that, so this is going to be a block of 2, so 1 wound will go through on them. And there's just no point in spending those observation tokens and the aims because, I mean, hits are hits, right? So it'll be 1 wound on the clones. So he's got this another suppression drops on the clones. He lost 1 guy in their unit. He's got 1 more action. I think he's just going to go ahead and drop back here so that the tank can't get him. Yeah, he'll do that. So Gar Saxon just finished his activation down there, and so he's out of line of sight for that tank. So clones are up next. They're going to not go to the stack. They're going to activate the tank and do some cool stuff with that. Okay, so first thing was a pivot for the tank, which they did. They pivoted a little bit this way, and now they've got these guys in line of sight, and they go ahead and fire. And these guys are going to do fire support with them on this target here. So that's what they're going to be firing at. So as far as cover goes, now the tank obviously don't get cover from that because 3 of the models are not behind that piece of terrain. But these guys offering fire support, if they look at line of sight from them, 2 of the models are behind that, which means they will get cover from this. So I'm going to kind of separate the dice pool here and give it, I guess, how this works is, I guess they will get cover 2 on this. I'm going to give it to them because of this fire support over here. If I'm wrong, in the comments, please correct me. So there's the roll. So these two will surge to crit because of the DC 15. Also, the tank has that critical one also. So if we give them cover 2, which I'm going to give them, we're going to take off 2 of these dice. They come off over there, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice going through. So they'll be defending with 9 dice. So the Black Suns will block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So that's 3 wounds going through on them and a suppression. Okay, now we're going to resolve the beam attack. And here's the deal. These guys are in range 1, have not attacked yet, so they can be hit as well. They already had cover 2 for that. So here comes the beam attack on them. Oh, nice, I got a crit. So this will come off from the cover, but the crit will go through. They'll defend against this. And that's a blank, so 1 wound and a suppression on those Mandalorians right over there. If I had done a better pivot here, I probably could have also beamed Maul, because he's in range 1 of that Black Sun up there, but I didn't. I'm not going back now, so Maul, you lucked out. And luckily we have Inspire 2 from our Ela Secura, so that means I get to remove these two from that group over there. So back to the stack, gonna be a trooper unit, core unit. So could do our Black Sun up there, which will do a lot of good. We'll wait on him. We're gonna get the pikes involved here. Well, the tank's already gone this turn, so this round. So they could move and fire over there. I think they will. So four black dice for the pikes. Those guys are in cover 2, so that'll negate that. They don't have any rerolls, so that's it. They don't surge anything. So, but they will pick up a actually no, they got those observation tokens. Yeah, they'll start spending them. So we'll spend this one to do a reroll. Surge again. We'll spend all 3 of these and start re-rolling here. Oh, nice job on those re-rolls, man. Those observation tokens. So 3 hits and a crit. Now 2 hits come off because of the cover, and they'll be defending with these 2 red dice for the clones. And the clone just whiffed. So 2 wounds and a suppression. That was a gutsy move on the Pike's part, but it did pay off, man. It did whittle these guys down pretty good. Ending their activation and moving on. Clones looking for some payback. Let's see. It's got to come from over there because I am definitely. They've already gone. Yeah. So over there it comes. I'll do squad. Let's do squad 1. So double move action puts them in range 1 of that objective. Shadow Collective. Let's take this one here. Okay, other core. It's going to be that little guy up there, Black Sun. So activating our lone Black Sun, his rally, he passed it, so we'll remove this suppression comes off. We'll get 2 actions. Let's see what he does. He'll just climb down safely and be in range 1 of that. Clones go on the stack. Core, squad 2. Even with a move action, they'll still be out of range of pretty much everything, so it'll be a double move action for these guys to get up into the fight. And squad 2 finishes their activation. They climbed over this for the short movement tool, medium. That's what they'll finish. Shadow Collective, gonna be Mandalorians. It's gonna be, we'll activate these folks over here. So Mandalorian Squad 2 will do a jump to go over here. And I think they're gonna attack that tank in the side arc. So the Mandos get their independent aim, and with the height of the tank, I'm not going to give it cover because this is really low to the ground. The tank's kind of up a little bit, so it's almost like, yeah, same height. So here we go. Okay, the unit leader, which is right there, is not in the side arc of the tank. So I think instead, we'll just go ahead and attack these folks right here. They didn't roll so well. With the spending the aim token and the reroll, they did manage to score a hit and a crit. Well, unfortunately, the hit would just bounce off the cover. The crit goes through, so they'll be defending on that. Clones block it, but get a suppression. So last one up is our clone commander here with 3 suppression. Let's see if we can rally it. Oh my god, he actually rallied. I can't believe it. So all 3 suppression come off. That was ridiculous. That was good luck for them. They come off and they'll get the 2 actions. They're probably going to move and get in better cover and then take a shot at somebody. Probably these Mandos over here. So they moved up, got behind the X-Wing, and they took a shot over here. They rolled. Got 2 hits, not bad. So we'll see if the Mandos can defend it. Mandalorians block both of them and pick up a suppression. So back to the stack. Oh, it's going to be Mandalorians. It's going to be a squad 1 over there. Let's rally that. They did. Suppression removed. They will double move and try to get over here in this side arc, way over here, I think. So with that move action, the leader is just in the side arc of the tank. We'll take a shot at it. So with the reroll for their independent aim they picked up from after the move, that's going to be 1, 2, just 3 hits. The surge, so it means nothing for them offensively. Now, because they're in that side arc, that gives them impact 2 in that tank, so 2 of these hits now go to crits. So crit and crit. So 3 crits. Tank will be rolling for defense here. So tank blocks 2 of them. 1 goes through for 1 wound. So with that attack, they chipped away, got a 5th wound on the tank. So 1 more wound on that tank, and it will be risk being something will happen to it. So no further activation for the clones this round. The last activation will go to Shadow Collective. It's going to be Maul, finally. So Maul activates next, and I think he's going to go for the tank. So double move puts him in the side arc, base to base with the tank, and he will attack it. There's Maul's roll. That becomes a crit because Maul does have impact 2. He's also going to get impact 2 from being in the side arc, but it doesn't really matter. Oh wait, he's got a hit over here. I'm sorry. He's got a hit over here. That's going to be 2 crit, 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 crit. That's going to be 4 crits on the tank. So the tank would have blocked at least one of them, but Maul does have Pierce 2, so that's going to negate this one. So that's going to be ouch time. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. It's 4 crits on the tank. Oh boy. That is a total of 9 wounds in the tank, and Maul has killed the tank and will end his activation. That will conclude round 4. Let's square this up real quick. So clones finally get a point for this one. Shadow Collective gets a point and a point. So 2 points Shadow Collective, 1 point clones. So with that scoring, it's 7 for the Shadow Collective, total scoring of 7, and clones have 1. This thing might be over. We'll do one more round. Start round 5. Clones going with push, and Shadow going with aggression. We'll roll to see who gets the initiative. So rolling Shadow Collective gets initiative this round, so off we go. So command phase, Mandalorians getting them, and the Pikes, because they're in range 3 of Gar Saxon. And over there, it'll be our squad of clones there, plus the squad back there. So Shadow Collective goes to the stack. I pull this out. It is Gar Saxon. Let's go see what he does. So Gar Saxon moves, and now he'll take a shot at these clones over there. So Gar Saxon surges to crit. There's going to be 3 crits out there. We're not going to give these guys any cover because it's where he is. There's really nothing blocking it. And even if we gave him cover 1, he has Sharpshooter, which would negate it. So let's roll for the clones. So clones block 2 of them and gain a suppression. Yeah, on that last attack, Gar Saxon does have, where's he at? He's over here. He has Pierce 1, so that means that one of these would have been gone, so it would have been another wound on the clones. I'll fix that right now. So clones are up next. They're going to activate Squad 4. They're going to make a move action. Then they're going to attack Maul. You know what? Yeah, they'll attack Maul. These guys will lend fire support. So both DC 15s will get critical 1, so it's going to convert any surges. That goes to crit. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits total on the Maul. So he will be rolling 8 defensive dice. So Maul will block 1, 2, 3, 4 of these hits. That's it. Surge is nothing for him, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So 4 wounds are going to go through on the Maul, and that probably should kill him. Yeah, it does. So Maul is dead. Shadow Collective back to the stack. Would have been Maul, he's dead. What's we got here? Mandos. We'll activate those over there. You get a free aim token from Independent Aim, and I think the best thing for them to do is to go ahead and take a shot over these guys. Or you know what? Take it over there. Yeah, they only get 2 hits on this, and we are going to give the clones here, we are going to give them heavy cover because half of them are in heavy cover. So it knocks out both of those hits, so just suppression. With their second action, they'll go ahead and do a move action, kind of pull back to those objectives. And the Mando's in their turn. So back to the clones, core unit. I'll get to one of those guys over there. Give it to squad 2 and see what they do. They're going to clamber up here and hopefully be able to not lose anybody and get a shot off of these pikes. Okay, well, good news, they just lost 1 guy on the clamor, so that's not too bad, I guess. And they will get right here. And that's their first move. And then they'll be able to attack the pikes there. So not bad on that. That's going to be 2 hits and a crit. And a crit over here. So that's going to be 4 defensive dice for the pikes. So the pikes block 1 and get suppression. And that will end their activation. So Shadow Collective will activate that pike. He had a face-up war token, so he doesn't get to get his free dodge, so he'll just move closer to that objective right there. He didn't pass his rally, so that'll stay there. He gets the 1 activation to move. That's all he gets. Stack, clones, core, squad number 1. They failed their rally, so the suppression stays, meaning they get 1 action this turn. I don't know how much they can do with it. I guess they're going to take a shot at that pike over there. Try and knock him out. So with the DC 15, that surge will be a crit and a hit. He is in heavy cover, so the hit gets blocked. They'll roll 1 defensive dice for the crit. That is a blank, and he is dead. I spoke too soon. He has danger sense, so he had an extra suppression on him already. He rolls an additional defense die. He got a surge and surge to block for pikes, so he did survive. That will end their activation, and he's got suppression on him. Well done. So these Mandalorians will activate next for the Shadow Collective. Let's see what they do. So they will do a move action. They get a free dodge from their Defend 1 keyword, and they've got 1 action left. I'm thinking they're going to take a shot at these clones over here. So Super Mandos, they get 3 hits there total. Heavy cover blocks out 2 of them, so 1 hit will sneak through there, and they'll be defending that. And clones did block it, but pick up another suppression. That ends their activation. Last guy for the round will be that sun. I'm sorry, this is... Why is that there? That should be gone. The Black Sun should activate. It's wrong title there. He's going to move over there, close to that objective. So a double move action puts him right there. So end of round 5, there is no objective scored. So score is still the same. It's 7-1. We'll finish it up and see. Yeah, folks, we're going to call this one. Mathematically, there's no way the clones can pull this off in round 6. There's just no way. The Shadow Collective has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units right here around the objectives. The clones have 1, 2, 3. They're so far out that even with a move action, they're not in range of anybody. And with the double move action, they're not even in range one of any of these objectives over here. So the numbers are what they are. This is going to be a Shadow Collective win. And guys, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing it in the comments. Final thoughts. Not sure what to make of this. You know, the only final thoughts I have is that with deployment, it was Rex and his guys were not really able to utilize recon intelligence very well. There was no place for them to deploy where they have any cover, so they had to stay behind the tank in round one, which kind of got them slow moving here. Shadow Collective, very maneuverable, very flexible, and they have pulled off the win. So thanks for watching. Bye.